This is a battle against Kamon. It was late at night, and it is a good one. I lead with Makar, he leads with his Galad. I'm not sure if he's gonna expect a Brave Bird, but I'm just gonna go for it. It's obvious, yes, but... And now this does let me scout for lefties on the heat trap. And I do see lefties, which is very bad. I would much rather see a choice scarfer. I go to Gardevoir first, which is pretty dumb. I actually forgot to U-turn and it ended up working out better. But anyway, I should have gone to Bliss and gotten rocks up because Gardevoir doesn't have anything to do to Heatran. So now I want to get some hazards up with Fortress, and also a Thunder Wave is actually pretty good on him because then I can use him to absorb with Sleep. So that's really not a bad thing. He sends in a Sizer. It's not going to be Choice Band. It's going to be Swords Dance. So I'm not going to be worried about like a U-turn or anything. I'm just going to send in Magzone, kill him off with an HP Fire, and it's 6-5, and I'm looking something vicious. But oh my god, he lives the HP Fire. He has lefties, and wow, I'm baffled. I don't want to bring in Crobat and take a +1 Bullet Punch. I bring in Gardevoir because I know a Bullet Punch isn't going to be too bad, but he switches out, he makes absolutely the right play. Saves Sizer, and it's going to hurt me another day. Now he sends the Blissey back in, and I really should have thought about the double switch because I've seen that he doesn't have anything to do, but I still go out to my own Bliss trying to get rocks up. And here comes his Sizer. It's going to roost, but there's nothing I can do. I go to Crobat hoping that I can kill it with some Brave Birds. I know that I'm not going to kill it from there, but I have to get some sort of damage on it so that if it wants to Swords Dance, then I could kill it with Brave Bird. Anyway, Bullet Punch, it does a pretty big chunk, and Brave Bird does a pretty big chunk to me as well. So Bullet Punch plus Brave Bird won't kill me this turn, but so he knows that, and he switches out to Heatran, take another Brave Bird, and I'm going to go to Bliss this time and get my rocks up. So if nothing else, Sizer takes a little bit of entry hazards when it comes in. My only goal with entry hazards is to get max spikes and max and some rocks up so that Sizer can't switch in. But that's not going to happen because while I'm setting up spikes, he can just switch to Heatran and switch to Sizer. He finally shows me Torment. I knew he would have it, but I just hadn't seen it yet. And I take out his sub. I've already got my rocks up. So I go to Gardevoir so I can trace a Flash Fire. And you know, I'm thinking right off the bat as soon as I saw it, my best chance at killing the Heatran is either get Reversal Lucario set up, who is not going to be easy to set up, with Sizer with Bullet Punch running around. Blissey's actually not easy to set up on because Seismic Tosses can screw me over. So I was thinking to PP stall that Heatran. That's why I went to Gardevoir. And Gardevoir doesn't have anything to do with Blissey. Blissey doesn't have anything to do with Blissey. Luckily here he goes to Azelf and not Sizer. That was pretty good for me. And I know Gardevoir it's probably my best thing to take as Elf hits, aside from Blissey, but Blissey doesn't like taking explosions. And I protect just to see if he has anything for me. And you know, I almost switched out to for a U-turn or for an explosion, but he makes a great play in baiting me to stay in with the flamethrower. And he takes out my Gardevoir, and that's huge because now my chances of stalling out Heatran they're very slim because Bliss only has so many moves, and he'll have more people to switch to. You know, he brings his Galad back in, and I'm thinking during the battle, I don't see a life orb, and I don't see lefties, so he's going to be choiced. Probably choiced banned, since he was slower. I am Jolly, though. And, I switched to Crobat, he switches to Gliscor. Great move on his part. If I had set up a sub there, I could have gotten a Swords Dance and won the game right there. So I was streaming it, and I wasn't letting it be known, but I was kicking myself for it, because I could not let him know that it was a reversal Luke. I let him know what I was going to switch to, because it just doesn't matter, but I could not have him know that I had reversal Lucario. Anyway, just some more switching. He knows he has the advantage, and he's just trying to force me into a bad spot, which I'm already in. He gets a burn on my Bliss. I don't really mind it, but it is going to get some residual damage before I want to aromatherapy. And he does protect there. I Seismic Toss it, tormented. So I know this turn, obviously, he won't protect. So another Seismic Toss is a move. And I wasn't so sure why he was staying in. I guess he figured eventually I would have to soft boil or switch out, not thinking I had aromatherapy. Because he's already seen Stealth Rock, and he knows I have Thunder Wave, except I don't have Thunder Wave. And that's the whole point of it. People expect Thunder Wave. So I do aromatherapy, so now if he wants to keep subbing down and protecting, that's fine. I'm going to beat you if you do that. So he goes for one last sub, I guess thinking I would switch, thinking he would switch, but I don't have anything to switch to, because Gardevoir's dead, and Crobat's at a little too health to switch into Heatran, and also he doesn't really have anything to do. And I'm expecting a switch here, probably to Sizer, but that would be just a little too risky on his part. So he goes to his own Bliss, and he told me it's because the battle was getting a little too stally. So why would you go to a Bliss? So I'm figuring he must be double switching. He's trying to bait Fortress or something like that. So I'm going to stay in, but as soon as I saw Blissey, I thought, okay, this is my chance to win the game. If I can switch to Luke on a turn that he soft boils or maybe aromatherapy, then I'll be fine. I can win this game, because he's not going to stay into a Lucario, so I can get a sub, I can get a Swords Dance. And I've already calced Sizer's Bullet Punch on Lucario at this point. It's like 65 to 77, I think. So it breaks his sub almost guaranteed. And then I see counter, which is, I'd say that's good for me, because that's just an extra move I can switch Lucario into. And I was very close to switching him in there, but I figured, you know what, I need to make him soft boil. And that's the right move, because he Seismic tosses a switch into Lucario, I think I lose, because reversal is just not going to be that powerful. So I see, okay, he's at below half health. He knows he's going to take an S-toss, so this is the turn. If I want to win this turn, and he soft boils, so if he knew I was reversal Lucario, obviously he doesn't because it's so rare, but if he knew, then he would stay in and S-toss me, because I can't kill him at that point. So I get my sub up, and Gliscor comes in, which is perfect, because just before this game, or just before the last game I gave him Ice Punch over Crunch, and the reason is because the only ghost I'm worried about is Dusknoir, and he's not going to break a sub. Gengar is going to die to a +2, +4 Ice Punch anyway. So, plus the most bulky people that can beat Lucario, Zapdos, Gliscor, maybe even, nah, not Togekiss. Well, they're all flyers, so Ice Punch hits them. He brings in Galad. He Shadow Sneaks. I see Life Orb, and I guess that never really changed anything. Me thinking he wasn't Life Orb, but, you know, extra information earlier would have been nice. Now he brings in Incisor. This is the moment of truth. If he gets high damage, I still live. So he just needs to crit, and he doesn't. Get my Salak Berry boost. At this point, it's game. He has Heatran, he has Blissey. I have a +2 Lucario with 150 base power reversal. Good luck taking that hit. So I can't believe that I pulled this out. I was down so much for so long. Sizer and Heatran, I couldn't beat him. And almost miraculously, I got my free turn with Lucario. I got a sub and a Swords Dance. Once you get that, good luck. You need a fast Scarfer. But by that point, it was a defensive battle. He just didn't have anything. So, wow, that was great. That was one of my favorite battles I've ever had because the tides just changed so much so fast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing.